I've just finished step 3. So I've got my right and left sides completed, and now I'm going to start step 4 for the front flap. We're gonna work starting here, across the front, all the way to about here. I am demonstrating this on size small of the Baby Modern Mocs pattern, so your stitch counts will be different, but the general idea is exactly the same. Also, you can see I have a really small circular needle here. I knit this on a longer one, but I didn't want this tutorial to just be all cable needles flailing about, so just wanted to add that little caveat there. All right, so to begin, I'm going to first make a double stitch. So I'll have my yarn in the front here ready to go over, and then knit 2 together. And then we're going to remove this marker. And then for my size, I'm just going to knit 1. Your size probably will have you knitting more. So you'll see that there are 3 stitches on my right needle. Now, because I'm working at such a small scale, I'm also going to use just safety pins as my stitch holders. Oops. All right, so now working backwards, I'm going to slip these 3 stitches I just worked onto the stitch holder, as well as 1 more right here from before the start of the round. So I'm going to slip that knit stitch, the knit 2 together stitch, the double stitch, and 1 more stitch from before the start of the round onto this stitch holder. So that's, for me, that's a total of 4 stitches. Let's see if I can do that here. One, 2, 3, 4. Feels funny using a safety pin. All right, then, so I'll go ahead and give myself a little extra cable to work with. Okay, now, so we did the stitch holder number 1 instructions. So now we're gonna go back, well, we're gonna keep going. So we're gonna go to the center stitches, and it says beginning again at live yarn. That's right here. We are going to slip 1, and then knit the double stitch, then your directions will differ depending on what size you're working on, but for my size small, again, I'm going to pick up 3 stitches. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. It's a bit of a challenge doing this behind the camera. Then I'm going to knit the second double stitch, and then I'm going to pick up 2 stitches. 1, 2. All right, then I'm going to pick up 2 stitches in the center. So 1 here, and another one right here. Then I'm going to pick up 2 more stitches. 1, 2, knit that double stitch, pick up 3 stitches. So let's see, figure out where I want to start. One, 2, 3, knit that double stitch, Make sure I get under all the strands. All right, and now my directions are going to have me knit 1. And it says there is one stitch remaining before marker, which is in fact correct. Okay, so now I'm going to continue to the stitch holder number 2 directions, and that says to place, make sure this is, okay, place those next 4 stitches on the left needle onto a stitch holder. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just going to slip those onto this stitch holder, removing the marker. Close it up. All right, so now it says I should have there should be 18, for my size, 18 stitches in front between the stitch holders. So you see that this is flanked on either side by stitches on stitch holders. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, perfect. So we have 18 stitches between the stitch holders, and on the back we have a total of 19 stitches down here along the back side between the stitch holders. So all of the stitches on the cable needle total, for my size, 19 stitches. So now to keep working step 4, you're gonna turn your work and work back and forth across these center stitches to create that front flap. And that's gonna get nice and tall. That is how you work step 4. Hope that was helpful.